Hello and welcome back to Sitsipandknit. My name is Marie and I'm coming to you from just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is Tuesday, January 30th. January's almost over, and I don't know about you, but these winter months, the cold, the dark, the dreary, we had some snow and then we had rain, but I get through these months by crafting, knitting, crocheting, sewing. So again, I hope that you find something here on my little channel that will inspire you. If you're new here, welcome. And to those of you that have been following me, thank you. I do appreciate your support, and if, like I said, if you are new, you're very welcome here. If you find something that you like, I hope that you do hit like and subscribe to my little channel. I last podcast in October, so it's been a busy holiday season. It's over. Now I'm just crafting like crazy to get through, like I said, these winter months. The first thing I'd like to talk about is what I'm wearing, and I've shown it before. I made it a couple years ago now and have made a couple versions. This is the Ranunculus by Midori Hirose. It is made out of, let me see, Mountain Colors Tweed in Burgundy, DK weight. It is a sweater that has been a top that has been made by thousands of people, and most make more than one, just like I did. It is very relaxing, easy knit. It fits well. But anyway, as always, I will link everything I talk about in the show notes that are below here. So if you hit the More button, it'll bring up everything. And I link as many links as I can, websites as I can, for to help you out there. So, and as always, if you have any questions for me, my information will be below. I do have an email address, sitsipandknit.com. Sitsipandknit at gmail.com. But I will put all that below. I'm also on Instagram, and I will also link that. I haven't been very active through these last months, but in fact, the last time my podcast was October. I'm not sure if I already mentioned that because I've started this video over a couple times, as is quite usual for me. But anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, so that is the Ranunculus that I am wearing. I have a couple finished objects for you. I actually had a lot of finished objects, but a lot of them were Christmas gifts, and I did give them away before I even posted anything. So, but I do have some to show you now, and a lot of works in progress. I also have, on my last video, I did say I would have a drawing for a gift away, and I have those actually names coming up to tell you, so please stay tuned for that. All right, so let me show you the first thing that I finished. One of the first things I finished, and it was actually for Christmas. Let me grab that. It is right here. I finished a pair of Christmas socks here. Here's the one on the blocker. Here's the other one. These have been worn over and over and are now washed. I did wash them and put them away for next Christmas. I save all my Christmas socks and bring them out in November, December of the year. But this one here, as you can see, it is the pattern is by Litton. It is the heel toe do-si-do pattern. It's a very nice pattern for any striped kind of sock yarn that you're working with. And the yarn here is, let me just double check, the Nutcracker Colorway, the 2023 Nutcracker Colorway by West Yorkshire Spinners. It is their signature sparkle yarn. It is just beautiful. I don't know if you can see the sparkle, maybe a little bit there, but isn't that pretty? Their sock yarn is a nice workhorse yarn. It wears well, it feels well, it's woolly, but not, you know, scratchy. This is, I believe it is a superwash yarn, wool and nylon, and the sparkle in this one. So that is the Nutcracker socks that I finished for Christmas. All right, I also finished another pair of socks. Let me grab that. Now this, these socks, let me grab the mate here. I have one on a blocker. This pattern here, I don't know if you can see, it is in jewel tone colors, which if anybody knows me knows that's my favorite. But the pattern here is the, actually these are also called the Nutcracker socks. The pattern is by the from the Bakery Bears. It was the Advent cast on for 2023 Christmas. I believe it was just for Patreons. I'm pretty sure. She may have the pattern out there for sale, but if you know me, you know that I follow and am a Patreon of the Bakery Bears. I have learned so much from them, and I have a few other things coming up to show you that I have learned from them. So it's worth watching. They do have a YouTube channel out there that you can watch for free that comes out monthly. Plus they have extras for those that subscribe to their patronage. And to me, it's well worth it. Like I said, I have learned so much. And if you've been following me, I think you've seen a few of those things. Anyway, this yarn is mostly made out of Cascade superwash sock yarn. I thought the black, it's mainly scraps that I had. The black yarn I thought was also Cascade, but it's not wearing quite well. It's a little softer, so it may not have nylon in it. I'm not sure about that. Like I said, they were scrap. It was scrap yarns. This is a scrappy project. It was very fun to do, top down. But anyway, these have been well worn, and are holding up okay, except maybe for a little bit of peeling from the black yarn here. But they have been washed and are now put away for next Christmas. I will use these as Christmas socks also, because they were from a Christmas Advent. All right, did I show you? I have a pair. I do have a pair. So those are also the Nutcracker socks, again, from Kay of the Bakery Bears. Now, speaking of Kay from the Bakery Bears, I also finished a little Advent project. I think, again, this was from Kay's Handmade Christmas, which is, I believe, only for Patreons. I'm not sponsored by them at all. They don't sponsor anything, but it's something that I learned and a little craft that I did for Christmas, and I wanted to show you. Here it is right here. Isn't this just adorable? Let me hold it still. It is a little Christmas tree winter scene here, done on felt with a little bit of embroidery. It is a little puff heart here. The tutorial was out under their under the Bakery Bears. Like I said, you can check them out. I'll link it below. But I just think it was such a little palette cleanser, something cute to do. Anything, when it comes to sewing or embroidery, I like by hand. Machine, actually I just bought a machine and a new sewing machine. So maybe some sewing projects will be coming up. But anyway, this was handmade. Very cute, right? I need to make more of those for the tree, for gift giving, to put on a package, anything like that. So that is the next finished object. All right, I have another finished object that I want to show you, and I'm very proud of it because not only did I knit it, but I also dyed the yarn. If you watched the last couple episodes of the podcast here, you know that I've been dabbling in yarn dyeing just for personal use. I am no way an expert at it. I am, like I said, dabbling in it, but I have loved what has come out so far. So let me show you the finished object and the color that I dyed here. Okay, so this is the EyeBlink Shawl. Can you see the lace there? It is a crescent-shaped shawl. I'll put it on for you. See how beautiful that is. And the colors here, I wanted to dye something that depicted January. And I wanted something blue and a little bit moody. So it is on a sparkle base yarn, as you can see there. It is tonal. I actually had 5 20-gram minis. So I had to dye it with the 20-gram minis, and I think I didn't, what do I want to say? They all seemed to come out pretty good. They all coordinated very nicely. I don't have much pooling or anything like that. I dyed it with sky blue and a gray, gunmetal gray, I think. Anyway, I am so proud how this came out. It is my second attempt. It was my second attempt at dyeing a blue yarn. I am going to show you now the first attempt. And you, honestly, all I have left of this yarn is a little tiny nugget. In fact, I didn't have quite enough to finish the pattern out, but I just went as far as I could with the lace. It was from the top down, the lace finishing, and I just had a little nugget left from, like I said, I had 5 20-gram minis that I used to make this. And the first attempt, as I was saying, the first attempt at trying to dye something moody and blue for winter, let me show you now, as soon as I find it here. Okay. Oh boy. I know I had it. Yes. I'm sorry. Okay, I found it. I have so many bags and projects going on here that, oh boy. Anyway, this was my first attempt. As you can see, it came out more purple. So, like I said, I am not an expert dyer, but I'm learning as I go. It's actually a beautiful colorway. I love purple, but this was a little too purple. I was trying to do like violets and blues, and it came out more purple. But there are some blues in there, you can see. But anyway, I dyed 3 100-gram skeins of this. And, well, I mean, I'm proud of it. I like it. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it because, like I said, I love purple, but it was just a little too purple for me. It is on a superwash 75/25 merino nylon fingering weight. So let me show you what I started with that. So this is a work in progress. I decided to go out to my local yarn shop. Jamie from Chicken Knitz. Hi, Jamie, if you're watching. She is in Harmony, Pennsylvania, a lovely little shop that her and her husband Mike have taken over. I hope you will visit them. I will put their information below. But anyway, I went out there and I thought, I'm going to take this purple and mix it with something to tone it down. As I was going for blues, I went ahead and bought some mohair. Let me get you the full ball here. Yeah, this is Ella Rae Silky Kid. Super Kid mohair and silk. It is a 76/24. 76% kid mohair and silk. So you can see here I bought a navy blue. It's called Midnight. Pretty, right? It's coming out true to color there. So I held those two together. I didn't know whether I wanted to go purple to match, or I didn't want too much purple. So I decided to try the blue. And I held them together, and I'm working on another Sophie scarf. Like I said, if you've watched me, you've seen that I did make one Sophie scarf so far, and I love that project. I did gift it. So I needed to make another. And here it is. It's just about halfway finished. Can you see that? Sorry, it's a little bit wrinkled there. It's been in a bag. But it definitely looks purple, but it has that blue mohair in it. So it deepened the color and brought out more of the navy blue. I don't know if you can see that in there. Let's see. It's a little brighter on screen than it actually is in person. It is a beautiful color. So this is something that I can definitely wear. It toned down a lot. If you can see, here is the purple yarn that I dyed that was supposed to be blue. And here is the mohair. So holding those together is making a beautiful, beautiful project. I love the other scarf I made so much. I'm making another. Very easy to do. I'll link it below. It's by Pearl Soho, I believe. Yeah. Maybe. The Sophie scarf. Petiteknit, I'm sorry. I will link that below. But anyway, it has the nice I-cord border there that is so easy to do. This is a project, a mindless project. Sorry, I have mohair in my mouth. In fact, so mindless, I took it to my little niece's basketball game. And although I wasn't able to clap, Aunt Sissy actually, you know, yells and you know, that type of thing. But anyway, so I wasn't able to clap, but I did knit. So I did this much while I was sitting at the game. Just 10-year-old basketball game. But anyway, the only thing I find, if you're doing this project, is keeping track of when you are to do your increase. I won't give away the pattern, but I use a little marker here and I clip it, and then I know how many rows I've worked before I need to do an increase. So that's a little tip for you. That's what I do. And I just keep moving it up as I increase. So that is the Sophie shawl. This is the Sophie shawl. There is a Sophie scarf, which is tinier, which I have made. I made one for my daughter. But this is the bigger shawl size. In fact, you could, this is, like I said, is fingering weight held double. So it basically is like a DK weight. This is a half of the 100 grain, sorry, 1/2 of the 100 gram skein of fingering that I dyed. So I am going halfway and then finishing with the other half. I will need another ball, 2 of these, to finish the scarf out. But anyway, so it makes a nice big scarf. You could actually go as far as you want, make it as wide as you want. So anyway, it's a great mindless project. The Sophie shawl. All right, in my what was supposed to be blue dyed yarn. But anyway, I still love it. My second attempt definitely was better. But anyway, I guess practice makes perfect, or almost perfect. In my case, probably. So that is something that I've been doing these last couple months also. All right, let me talk about some other half-finished objects because I have so many. I pulled out some things that should have been finished, could be finished, but I just keep starting new things like a lot of us do. But that's what keeps it interesting. So anyway, let me show you. I'm going to get this out of the way here because it's one of my bigger projects. It is a blanket that I was working on in a chunky yarn, a self-patterning yarn, and I'll put the specifics below. I did show this on another podcast, but I'll put the specifics. The yarn, it's a yarn that I got at Joann Fabrics. It's self-patterning. It is, like I said, a bulky weight. It is an acrylic yarn. It's an Afghan. And I'm going to show it now. Almost finished. It is almost finished. This is, I think this is the 4th ball. But anyway, I don't know why I just didn't finish it out for Christmas. It was supposed to be a Christmas gift, but it is now going to be gifted to my niece. Her birthday is this weekend. So that's what this is for. And so I have to finish this off today. Let me stand up and show you. See how beautiful this is? It is soft. It is self-patterning. I used the pattern that was called for with the yarn. I did make it a little wider than it said, so it threw off the patterning a little bit, but I still think it's beautiful. It's easy. It's mindless. It's huge. So anyway, that is something also that has kept me warm. The last month I've been trying to finish this off. So anyway, that is a work in progress. That'll be a finished object that'll already be gifted. So I won't be able to show you the finished object. It has a garter ridge here. Can you see? It's just beautiful, simple, easy garter edging with stocking net stitch. So on bigger needles, I don't know, these are size 11 US needles. So it keeps me warm, hurts my hands after a while, so I can't do too much on it for too long, but I have to get it done by this weekend, and I will. So that is a almost finished object. Okay, another work in progress, actually, that I started this. Let me find my pattern here. I went to Michael's local craft store, of course, looking for needles or something, and they had clearance yarn. Bulky weight, clearance yarn, super bulky, I think this is. Anyway, let me find here what it is real quick. Okay. The pattern that I'm doing before I show you the yarn is Lion Brand Wool Ease Chunky. It's a top-down cardigan knit, pattern number 1194. I will link it below. It's just a basic chunky cardigan. I don't even have a picture. I have the little schematic there. The yarn, I just like the color, and they had 6 balls of it, so I bought them. I mean, they were on clearance, you know, add to the stash, I don't know. But anyway, here it is. Let me show you in the ball. This is the ball here. You can see it's a pretty golden, harvesty gold color here with a lot of little neps of color in it. It's got some pinks, some little bit of greens, blues, whites. So I just thought it was so pretty, and I thought, you know what, just a cozy top-down raglan cardigan to work up fast and easy, which it has worked up so quick. Let me show you here. Here it is here. Can you see those pretty neps of color in there? Purples and pinks and a little bit of blues. Just so pretty that I had to do something with it. So it is a top-down raglan, as you can see. I don't know how I can show you this. It's on the needles. So here is the front and the raglan, and this what will be the sleeve. I'm almost ready to go ahead and just start doing the body. So something that I picked up, worked fast, and decided to put down and start something else. So this will be a finished object because it's going to be so warm and cozy. I need to finish it now when the weather is like it is here. All right, so that was Lion Brand. And like I said, I'll link everything below. All right, I see the sun is kind of coming out here. I'm going to turn a little bit. There we go. I think that's a little better lighting. I love to see the sun coming out. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, so that is another work in progress. All right. Let me also show you here another work in progress that I am doing. If any of you are local, you know that I do have some classes. I teach classes at the community college. They will be starting in March, if anybody wants to do that. I also have classes at my home here. We get cozy here in my home. We sit, sip, and knit. But anyway, I will be starting a class on a sweater class. So that is starting actually next week. That'll be next week. But anyway, we are doing the Anker's summer shirt. Now, let me show you. I've shown this before. I've worn it before. I love it. It's wash, wear, easy knitting. This is the Anker's summer shirt. This one here that I made is just an acrylic wash and wear wool. So that is what my classes is going to be in. And I've started another one here for the class as an example, out of the same type of yarn, and I'll list it below. It is, I can't even think what it is. Universal Yarns, I think. But anyway, this is, actually, it's an acrylic. It's not a wool, but I started a blue one here. You can see it's top down. Very easy, very fun to do. I think it's a great first sweater for anybody that's learning to knit. Top down, to me, is easy to do. This is like a 1x1 rib. with easy increases. You split for sleeves and work down. So that is a work in progress and something that I will be teaching some new knitters. So newer knitters, to newer sweater knitters, let's put it that way. Some that have not done garments at all. And I actually have 8 or 9 people in the class. So anyway, I'll link that below. If you're interested in joining me for anything, you can certainly, if you're local, you can certainly do that. All right, so that is the Anker summer shirt. All right. And that'll be, I started that, and then I have to start another one so that I can teach it as we go. So I will have lots of Anker summer shirts to wear, and I just love them. They fit wonderfully. All right, the next thing that I'm working on, before I decided to do the Sophie shawl here, I had some other purple yarn, believe it or not, that I wanted to use up. It is Cascade Yarns 220 Superwash Wave. Okay, here's the skein here. It is, I have a couple different colors of this, and it is very pretty. It works up really pretty, and you can see it's not that bright purple that I dyed. It is more of a subdued purple. So I wanted a scarf in that. So I'm working on 2 purplish scarves right now. But anyway, let me show you, let me let you know what the pattern is for that. I can find it here. There it is. This is what I'm doing here. Just a basic, easy, I have like project, I love lace. Lace is my ultimate favorite thing to do. But that's my, when I have time, not a lot on my mind, knitting project. Garter stitch, of course, the Sophie shawl, and this one, very easy, mindless to do while you're doing anything. Sitting in a car waiting to pick up kids, which is what I've been doing lately. But anyway, this is called Azteca by Victoria Shevchuk. I will link that below. I believe this was a free pattern, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, let me show you how that is coming. Here we go. So this is where I'm at with that. You can see how that patterns. I did have a couple scraps that I incorporated in this. So, but anyway, isn't that pretty? I thought it's very pretty. It's very cozy, squishy garter stitch. The edging is done very easy. Anyway, so that is from tip to tip, then you go out wider and wider. So that is a mindless project that I can work on anywhere and take with me. So that might be something that you want to try if you have some yarn. This yarn, this is a worsted, a worsted weight yarn. So if you have a couple skeins of a worsted weight, whether it's, you can change colors any way you want, or a color changing type yarn like this, you can make yourself a beautiful winter scarf. All right, let's see what else I have here. Oh, I have to show you this little sock. Cute little red top down sock, DK weight pattern here that I just went by what I thought. Anyway, there's a lot of DK weight patterns out there. This is for a little nephew of mine who I babysat, and he wanted red socks. He asked me to make him red socks. He's a little 3-year-old. He's so sweet. He picked out this yarn. So I am started the other one, did the heel turn, working down the foot. So I'm almost done with those. It's just a, I believe this is just an acrylic yarn. So Mom can throw in the washer and dryer. So that is another thing I'm working on. And actually, while I pulled that out, this is what I've been looking for. Believe it or not, this little darn sock, I knew I had a sock that I started or finished, and figured it would be for Valentine's Day. I had this color changing yarn here, and I looked everywhere for that. I have the other one not started yet, but I had it in this little bag, and here's the ball and the needles. Here's the yarn. It's Lang yarn. It's virgin wool, 75%, and 25% nylon. I had 2 balls of it. Not even sure where I picked this up at, but you can see it's right. But I, for the life of me, could not find that sock that I had finished. Somehow it got shoved into the little red sock bag. So I'm happy to have that. So here's another half-finished object. Good, I'm going to start these so I can have these done by Valentine's Day. Anyway, so thank you for helping me find that. All right. So that is another work in progress. I don't know how long I've been talking. I actually have a couple more, but I think I've shown quite enough and blabbed on for quite a while. So I'll have some things to show you, hopefully more finished objects for next time, because I did want to go ahead and tell you about the gift away that I had promised on my last podcast. I had promised if you that I would choose from those that commented on my last podcast to a question that I asked about what you like to knit for Christmas, actually, or gift for Christmas, handmade things. And I had, let me see how many people here. Very nicely, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that actually answered the question. Connie answered about 10 times. Hi, Connie. But anyway, and I said that I would pick a name. Well, I decided everybody gets a prize. So, I don't know if you saw the comment that I put in the last podcast, but if you are, let me read your names, and if this is one of you, you can check the last podcast as to the comment that I gave you back. I would like you to email me at sitsipandknit@gmail.com. If you will do that and send me your address, I can get a little prize out to you. I did have some little balls of yarn, that multicolored yarn, that I was going to prize to give up as a gift to one person, but I'm going to give a prize to all those that answered. And here are your names: Hillary Happy Day, Connie, you know who you are, Connie, Ruth Ann Kronk, Vicky Shaw, Hilda 1945, let's see, Gypsy Yarns, and Becky, oh boy, I turn yen. So if you are one of those people, and you know who you are because you would have commented on my last podcast that was back in October, please get in touch with me through the email sitsipandknit ella@gmail.com. Send me your address. I'd like to get a little gift out to you. If anybody knows, I do like to gift a lot. I've been blessed with more than I can use. And I did have a yarn shop that had to close down. I do still have lots of yarn left from that shop, items left from that shop that you're welcome to come and take a look at if you're local. You can also email me. But anyway, I just want to thank you for supporting me and taking time to like, subscribe, and comment on the last podcast. So I want to get a gift out to all of you. All right, I think that's about all that I have for now. I think that was a lot. So again, if anybody has any questions or any suggestions, any ideas, you'd like to come and join a class with me, please feel free to get in touch with me. Everything will be linked below. So I wish you a happy February coming up. Let's get through these cold months here if you're in where I am, like Pennsylvania, and get to spring. That's what I'm looking for. So keep yourself cozy with a hot drink, which mine is now cold, but a hot drink or cold drink, whatever you like, and a nice yarny project. Thank you. Have a good day.